What up, guys? If you're watching this, you probably follow me or know me from LinkedIn. I imagine most of you come from there. You're probably a part of the Agent J community. This is where we teach people who are on LinkedIn who know nothing about automations how to break into automations. And if you found me through the YouTube channel, well then that's awesome, because the YouTube channel is really small. And so what you got to do is you got to click the links down below to join the Agent J community and be a part of all of us here so we can all build together. Now, I'm basically your plug, all right? You're probably like, what the hell does plug mean? Well, plug is, you can Google it, but basically it's your connect to a different world. And the world that I'm talking about here is the world of automations. So one of the biggest influencers in the AI automation space on YouTube, because YouTube's got like the biggest following. Like, see this guy here, Nate? He's not even the biggest, but he's got 332,000 followers, which is massive, and that number is massively larger than most of the largest on, for example, LinkedIn. Like, I got 13,000 whatever. That's nothing compared to like this dude here. But we're not talking about numbers. What we're talking about is this. I watched this video, so you don't gotta watch this, but this video is super key. And if you're part of the Agent J community, this is, yeah, I'm gonna pin this to the Agent J community. This video they're watching right now is gonna be pinned right now because this is super freaking key, and I created a resource from this video. So here's the TLDR of this video. A lot of people want to get into AI automations, so because, you know, like they heard that it makes them a lot of money and it's pretty straightforward and blah blah blah. The reality is that it's a trap. It's actually really hard. Blah blah blah. The reason it's really hard, actually, this picture does a really good job at it, is because there's you, and then you have your team, which is like developers, usually people. You are not a developer or you don't have a technical background. And then you have your client, and your client is like your prospect, and your prospect is like, okay, like give me a price for this automation. You're like, ah, yeah, sure. And so you scope it out, and the scope is like the BRD, like the business requirement or product requirement doc, basically a requirement document that explains how the system is going to work, what's going to do, and so on and so forth. I've written hundreds of these, but most people are getting automations don't know how to do this because, you know, it's tough. Like, you literally need to know technology, you need to know systems, you need to know like system architecture, you need to know like acceptance criteria, you need to know like state diagrams and flow diagrams and sequence diagrams and all this shit, like how data flows between one arc system to another microsystem, and what happens when, you know, failures happen, and why is this system that you're proposing better than another system, and so on and so forth. That shit takes time. But like, you don't know this as a non-technical person until you go through the whole process. So basically the agency is a trap. It sucks, and unless you're technical and you've hired, or if you hired technical people before, you're a little technical, you're going to fail, you're going to lose a lot of money because you're going to agree to a price, you know, for selling your automation or whatever. And yeah, and you see the TLDR is that there's a better alternative. And even if you don't want to sell automation, I know a lot of like, why are you guys here, right? You guys are here because you want to learn automations, and you want to learn automations for two reasons. Reason number one is you're a business person and you want to automate parts of your business so you can decrease your cost and increase your revenue. Reason number two is you're an employee for a company and you want to keep your job and or automate your coworkers' jobs. So this is still relevant to both of you, because this guy explains a really
Hey, what's up, guys? I found this beer.
Freaking ads. This guy explains a really good way on how to basically dive into the AI automation industry, and this is acceptable for anybody because you can do this on the side. And what I've done, and I'm going to provide this down below in the Agent J community, down below this post actually. Basically, this is like a document that summarizes the video and gives you action steps on basically how to become an AI freelancer. And anybody can do this. You as a business owner can do this. You as an employee can do this. We can all become AI freelancer. Now, if you want to sell it, whatever your freelance, whatever your N8N flow you want to build, that's up to you, but you can all do this. And so this guide explains why starting an agency is a trap, the alternative, becoming an AI consultant. Your first step is actually become an AI freelancer. So let's get into this. Basically, there's a smarter alternative, the proven path that successful AI consultants follow: freelancer, consultants, agency owner. Basically, don't jump to agency owner, do freelancer first, then consultant, then this. That's what all this does here. So if we're skipping through this stuff real fast, and if we go to, here we go. This is what matters most, how to sell your workflows. Now you don't need to sell it. Let's say you want to do this for your business. Well, this is basically a problem that you're going to have, and this is in your own business. Therefore, this is your own niche. Therefore, you should try to solve your own problem. And if you're a part of the Agent J community, this is what you should all be doing. We hold twice a week Q&As. For now, that's going to be cut down in the future, and you can come in there with your questions, and I can help you, or other people can help you on basically building automation that solves your problem. You should all be doing this. You should all figure out what your biggest pain is, what your niche is, and build something that solves it. Now, it gives some examples here in this document. For example, industry pain point niches like e-commerce would be abandoned carts, inventory, whatever. SaaS would be onboarding, churn, feature adoption. Services would be like proposals, like drafting, automating, or partially automating the proposal process. Real estate, lead routing, communication, healthcare, scheduling, verification, compliance. Like, obviously, your niche is your niche, but you should do this. That's what everybody here in the Agent J community should be doing. You guys, this is your mission if you choose to accept. I want you to choose your niche, your pain, and I want you to solve it. That's what I want you to do. Now, it's going to take you some time to do this. Obviously, it's going to take you some time to learn N8N, to learn this stuff here, to learn like, oh, what are all these green boxes? What did they do? What is happening here? When I click on executions, like something happened. What did that thing do? I don't know. This is a no-code tool. You can learn this. This is the best no-code tool, which you can actually also use code as well, like you can see here. Point is, this is the exact approach that I did when I got into the automation space. I started with my own pain. My own pain was basically scaling my brand. And I scaled my brand by using a lead gen system, and I first hired people and to help me with my lead gen system, basically making posts that says, hey, comment to this thing, and if you comment to this thing, I will give you a thing. That entire system, like for example this, connect with me so I can DM you, like this post, and comment this keyword below, and I'll respond to you with a comment, and then I will send you a DM. I've automated this entire process, all of it, including this part here. We're not connected, so I'll send you a DM after we're connected. Send me a DM with a keyword and I'll reply there. Point being, guys, point being, you start with your pain. If you're a business, you know your pain, you know your niche. If you work for a company, you know the business's pain. Or maybe you know a part of, like, I don't know, like maybe there's the onboarding of your SaaS product that sucks. So you can automate that or come up with a way to automate that. And you can come to these meetings, and we can, our Q&A meetings in the Agent J community, and we can talk about this stuff, guys, and I can help you brainstorm how to do this. Like, for example, I have automated, let's go to, this is my agency's website here, and I've automated many parts of, don't you love this? The automation revolution is here. You have two choices: keep operating like it's 2020, or join the AI automation. Obviously go with the green. Red and blue pill, red and blue, red and green, go with green, obviously. But red is also fun sometimes. But in this case, no. Anyways, as you can see, I got a partnership. I got nobody likes forms, so this is technically a form. It's connected to ChatGPT 4.0 model. Thank you for that. Thanks. Guys, we had a little glitch there. We're back. We can ask you questions like, what is... Why isn't it typing? There we go. Let's type this with two fingers. What is your purpose in life? And we can be obnoxious, and it's going to... My purpose is here to facilitate a partnership exploration with you, focus on how we might collaborate through the AI automations and blah. Now, can you please share your phone? Yeah. Point being is that I made this onboarding agent for my SaaS, and I've done two of these actually, and completely vibe coded it. So yeah, guys, like let me know down below in the comments, like if you're interested in this. So I did it for this product as well, and I've gotten almost, let's see, there we go. Yeah, see, so here it is. So I did it for my AI Executive Outbound application, and I've gotten like a bunch of people. I just sent out the emails actually about it, but a bunch of people. Like every time the application's submitted, I get the whole transcript of this, and I made this process because I'm like, okay, like not everyone's gonna be a good fit. Like there's gonna be, I'm expecting a lot will, but not all. And my hypothesis was pretty good. Not everybody is a fit. So yeah, point being is that we can do automations. We can do more than automations. Like we can make stuff. Like I made this. I vibe coded this basically. Let's see here. In Lovable, everything's in Lovable, guys. Like Lovable is so good. If you know what you're doing, if you give it the right prompts, it is so good, man. It is so good. Here it is. Here's like the website, and here's like the chats I'm having. So if you want this, like let me know down below, guys. I'll teach you how I built my website and how I built these agents in Lovable. Like literally in Lovable. Okay, guys. Thank you, and I'll see you in the Agent J community. This is the Agent J community. Excited to be on this adventure with you and learning automations. Catch you in the next one.